Good day, this is PK Vision Soul. Welcome to the Self-Love series here on the Cosmic Love Talks YouTube channel and the Cosmic Love Coaching Facebook page. Yes, you can also check us out on Telegram, Instagram, Twitter, as well as Clubhouse. So yes, I just want to recap quickly. In the previous couple of videos, we did negative self-talk, self-betrayal, and in the second video, we did self-doubt and seeking for external validation. Those we stated as the inhibitors of self-love. So yes, today we will do two more inhibitors of self-love, which will be negative people as well as co-dependency. So yes, those can also be great inhibitors of experiencing self-love. I'll start with negative people. It is best to stay away from negative people if you can. Keep your distance or just completely delete them, cancel them out of your life basically. Because the thing about negative people are basically people of negative mindsets. People are not always negative. I mean, you will hardly find someone who will always be negative 24/7, you see. But there are people who are mostly prominently very negative. And those are the people who likes, mostly when they having conversations, they'll talk about violence or killings or some car accidents they saw along the way, or it's always something that pulls you down energetically. It's always something that's not positive, something that doesn't uplift you in your current status, in your mood and mind, So those are what I then call negative people. And yeah, it's just people who are prominently negative in their conversations, in their behavior, their attitudes, just their general view on life is quite negative, which results in them basically just, having that mindset. And the thing about those type of people, they can be a type of energy vampires, because they basically can steal your energy. You can be feeling good at one moment and then encounter them, and then they'll just drop your energy very drastically sometimes. They'll drop your energy by the way they might behave towards you, a comment they might make, or something, or a story they might just decide to relate to you. Maybe they decide to relate to a story about someone who just hanged themselves, and they're speaking very passionately and excited that, hey, someone just hanged themselves, they did this, and they'll go into detail about how someone just killed themselves or did this, or how they just saw a dead body somewhere out there, So they paint the most gruesome images in your mind, and in the process, they really take your energy down. So if you might have been feeling good previously and you encounter them, your energy will just drop by the engagements they like to enjoy, the conversations, the behavior, and so on. So those are negative people, and they can greatly inhibit your self-love practice, because when you practice in self-love, you have to practice a certain way of feeling, a certain state of being, a certain type of emotion. So now when you encounter those type of people, they have their own automated emotions, that always comes up, because that's what they are attuned to. So they will also tune you to the same frequency that they are on. So in order for you not to tune into their frequency, you have to keep yours, maintain yours. And the best way to maintain yours is not to be impacted by other people's frequencies, especially if they have low frequencies. Okay? So our energies are not the same. And also as an individual, your energy will not be the same throughout the day. There will be times when you feel bad, down, But then the only way to get out of that is to get out of your mind, because the reason why you feel down in the first place is because of the thoughts you have in your mind, the thoughts that you are maintaining, the train of thoughts that you are having. So if you just get out of your thoughts and you meditate a bit, or you just do some breathing exercises, you become aware of your breathing, then you neutralize your energy, and suddenly you no longer feel down, you're neutral. And from there on, it's then easy to practice that self-love energy, that self-love feeling that you want to practice, So yeah, always be able to neutralize yourself. So for you to know when to neutralize yourself, you have to know where your emotion status is. How are you feeling? You always have to be conscious of your own feelings. How are you feeling from a moment to moment basis? How are you feeling in this very moment? And once you are aware of how you feel, you can then start neutralizing yourself by these various practices. There's quite a lot. I mean, there's people who do yoga, there's people who regularly meditate. But the easiest way to really neutralize yourself is to take a conscious breath. Yes, there's a lady I follow, Melinda, I think her name is Hopper. She talks a lot about the conscious breath. It is very powerful. It's basically just taking a breath, a deep breath consciously, and then you take it through the nose and then breathe out through the mouth. That's the conscious breath, because once you take that breath, you automatically neutralize your energy. You get out of your train of thoughts, you get out of your mind state, and you just get into your body and you take that breath, a deep breath into your stomach, So you have to imagine that you're breathing into your stomach rather than into your chest. So that's how deep you must take it, really deep. Okay, and then you push it out through your mouth very slowly. You do it all very slowly. So that's the best way to really neutralize yourself, especially if you're a beginner at managing your own energy, because it's not many people who know the different techniques on how to manage your. So yeah, but the first thing about your energy is to respect your energy. Respect your energy. And once you respect your own energy, you will then be able to see when other people are not respecting your energy. And therefore you'll set boundaries so that people can know when to respect your energy. So even as we're talking about these negative people, they're often very narcissistic. They like talking about themselves. It's always about themselves, or other people, They will talk about other people or themselves, but they will hardly talk anything that's empowering, that's creative, that's positive, So you need to set boundaries of those people. It doesn't mean you have to really just stay away. You can if it's possible and if it's convenient. But if it's not, maybe it's a family member and they're staying in the same yard or the same house or whatever. The best thing to do is just to put up that boundary so that they know that they're not allowed to cross this line. Coming to you, they shouldn't talk about certain topics or they shouldn't behave a certain way. So you have to set those boundaries on how you want people to treat you. You have to teach people how to treat you, okay? By setting those boundaries and expressing yourself without any fear or favor. Express yourself, because self-expression is key, okay? So yes, this is all about you practicing self-love. And for you to practice self-love, you have to know how your energy is flowing, by what it is influenced and impacted, and how you can best neutralize it, and how you can also, supercharge up your energy. So those are they involve a lot of techniques, but this particular series is not about the energy techniques. That might be the next series, but this series is about self-love. So we'll just keep on the topic of self-love. So yes, in practicing self-love, be aware on how people are impacting your energy and make sure that they respect your energy. If you're feeling good and you get into an environment where people are just negative, obviously they're going to take your energy down. And it's always best for you to feel good, because what you feel is what you attract, okay? What you feel is what you attract, and it's also part of the manifestation process. So if you have certain goals that you want to manifest, you have to keep up your energy, okay? You have to keep up your energy, really, really positive. So that's the first thing, just staying away from narcissistic people, people of negative mindsets, those type of people. Stay away or put up boundaries, express yourself, etc. Right. Now, the second element I would like to talk about is co-dependency. Okay, remove yourself from codependent relationships, because they do not help you and they are a very great inhibitor in experiencing self-love. Because if you are co-dependent of someone, maybe you are in a relationship where you are dependent on the person for something and the person is also dependent on something else, it's not a healthy relationship, because you might think that it's healthy, but what's going to happen once that person goes? You're going to completely collapse, okay, within yourself. Your emotional, mental, and even physical might be negatively impacted. You might get sick. You might become depressed, mentally unstable, So you must always be aware that life is all about changes. Change is the only thing that's constant. So any relationship you are in, or any situation you are in, will always change. Okay? So it doesn't mean you should always live in fear that something good that you have might end. No, it's about you just being able to fully sustain yourself in all ways, in all aspects of life. You must be able to sustain yourself. You must be able to be fully independent, okay? Because once you are dependent on someone, even if it's a family member or a loved one or whatever, there will be something that will always change, and there will be moments where you feel like, the person is not keeping up to their end of the bargain or whatever. So that is taking away from your own power. So you have to empower yourself, okay? Self-empowerment is key in this one, okay? So you have to be fully empowered within yourself, okay? So yes, it's okay to sometimes, ask for help or a favor or whatever from someone who's close to you, not put you down for help that you might ask for. So in that case, just be aware that it shouldn't be a codependent. It should never develop into a codependent type of relationship. Okay? So be fully independent. Be only dependent on self. Okay. So once you are there, you can definitely start experiencing self. Once you have all the resources you need, you have everything you need, not dependent on someone else to provide something for you. Okay. Yeah, because things always change. Things always change, and they can change for the better or for the worse. But either way, whether they change for the better or the worse, there's always a lesson to be learned out of that. There's always a lesson. So keep that in mind. Okay. So yes, I'll just quickly recap. We did on staying away from negative people to, experience self-love, and also staying away from codependent relationships and situations in order to experience self-love. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and please hit the subscribe button, the like button if you appreciate this content, and also share. Sharing is caring, and this is all about self-love. So thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned. The ones watching on the Facebook page and watching on the YouTube channel, appreciate you. This is PK Vision Soul. Till next time. Goodbye.